about why this Endeavor fight in My Hero Academia was absolutely fire. No pun intended. And I also want to let you guys know that I was actually looking at 2 fights this year. And one of them was actually, us on the Black Clover crew. But, I didn't want to mix them in 2 because they're totally different anime fans. I don't want them beefing together in the comment section. And it wasn't even to compare them, but just talk about why they had some of the best fights. I shouldn't say best fights, because it's not just about the fight. I should say the best moment or the best climactic experience that I've experienced in a long time. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. Knock the subscription button. We do anime reactions, reviews on this channel. It's been a long time since I just kicked it with you guys and just wanted to express some of my thoughts and love for the community. So I'm going to focus on, in this particular video, we're going to focus on Endeavor, and I'm going to follow up hopefully back with awesome Black Clover. But anyway, let's stick to Endeavor. My Hero Academia Season 4 did a phenomenal job with this season finale. And before I even get into just focusing on the season finale, I want to give you a couple of tidbits that we've had. So I do reactions with Director Nasty. I'm going to include his link in the description, but yeah, he does his own things. We have been super harsh about this season. We have been super harsh on Deku. And, I go ahead, give me the thumbs up now. But, not thumbs up. Actually, yeah, do give me the thumbs up. But I actually was saying, give me the thumbs down. But anyways, we have been super critical with Deku when he was fighting against Overhaul, because it was absolutely dope as far as the animation goes. There's nothing bad I can even say about the animation. But emotionally, I felt that something was lacking. And I guess what it is I never really felt like, once Deku was basically at 100%, he's being healed, and it's this constant process of him, destroying his body and area reversing the damage. I never felt like he was in danger. I never questioned whether or not, Deku was going to come out of this alive. Now, mind you, he's the main character, so there's no way that, he was really going to lose. We get that. But, even if you were to watch the second movie of My Hero Academia, you sense some type of struggle. Like, you didn't know how it was going to end. You're like, there's no way that this is going to be the end of Deku because he's the main character, but you really started questioning it. No, you didn't really question it. You started feeling it. Because sometimes very good writing and very good motion of the music and everything is set in scene, your emotions can defy your logic. Like, logically, this is the main character, but emotionally, you're like, this is the end. I don't know what creative writing these people are gonna do to save this guy. All evidence is pointing to the end of this character. What trick are you gonna pull up your sleeve? That's what you want to experience, which is what we got out of the movie, without giving you guys any spoilers. So again, watching Deku fight Overhaul, it was a great, wow, this is when he could be OP, with 100% of his power, which I don't even think that was truly 100%, but that's another story. Against Overhaul, who would have no chance against 100% All Might. All Might in his prime would wash Overhaul. So I got it. And a couple episodes later, you saw Deku even explain, there's something underwhelming because you got the emotion out of the Lemillion fight. So let's speed up back to Endeavor. What made this Endeavor not just fight, I said climactic experience. If you listen to what I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't just emphasize the fight. I emphasized the climactic experience because, first of all, most of you guys don't even like Endeavor. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Dealing with you guys, or dealing with people in general, I see that, the Deku, the Bakuga, the Shotos, the good people, the All Mights are who people like the most. Now, sadistic types like myself tend to really like, an Endeavor. I like Bakuga. If you follow me in general, you know that I like Madara. I like Vegeta. I like Tobiraba. I like Seto Kaiba. I like some of these not side characters, but I like these guys who rival the protagonists. you know, who want the power, want to be the man. Those are characters I tend to like the most. Other characters I like are the happy-go-lucky, full of energy characters like YaBoyRockLee and Guy. So it's one or the other. Happy-go-lucky, whoop everybody, or, you know, really question, you know, my morals because your beliefs actually make sense. You know, sometimes, like, you know, like Kaiba, you know, he's supposed to be the best! And then this guy just comes up out of nowhere and then beats him. It's like, man, I feel you, Kaiba, you should be the best. And that's another story. But anyways, let's get back to Endeavor. But I keep bringing up, I brought up those other characters to support that they are similar to Endeavor in their own universes, right? So in My Hero Academia, you would have All Might, Endeavor, okay? And in the modern generation, you have Deku, Bakugan. I think we agree on that. So typically, the I don't know what you call that character, but typically the character to the main character is always playing second fiddle, which Endeavor has been doing the entire season. You know, he was second fiddle to, not season, the entire anime. He has been second fiddle to All Might. But All Might is gone. Never before have they really done something like that, because All Might hasn't been the main character. Deku is the main character, but All Might, this is really different for My Hero Academia, because All Might isn't the main character. He was the main character, so to speak. This would have been like, you know, if we had a prologue to My Hero Academia, it would have been All Might and Endeavor, right? So he's like a prologue to My Hero Academia in a sense, where he's not the main character, but you feel like he was that guy, or he is that guy. You have this little paradox with him. But anyways, someone like Endeavor is never in the #1 situation. But My Hero Academia did something like what I consider unique. They take Endeavor, who plays second fiddle, and now he is the fiddle. He is the fiddle, and nobody likes him except for sadistic ones like me. But most people don't like him. He's a bad good guy. He's been abusive to his wife. By the way, I don't support that. I just like the display on TV as far as entertainment goes. It's not true ideals that I like. It's just entertaining on TV or in a manga. I want to be clear about what my values are. But anyways, he is bad to his family. He is bad to his children. He's a jerk. Nobody likes him. Alright? And what do they do? With the little breadcrumbs they sprinkle and really accelerating things in season 4 with a couple of scenes, you see that Endeavor's having a change of heart, which we started seeing. Endeavor's having a change of heart. And now let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up everything in this episode that I'm building up to. In this episode, Endeavor is being crowned the #1 hero, or he has been crowned as #1 hero, and the villains want to break him in front of the world. This is everything that My Hero Academia did right in this episode. This is why I said this is the best climactic episode I've seen in a long time. You have the whole world watching him. Like the news is reporting him. His children is watching him. The only important person that should be watching him is his wife. She's not actually watching him. But what do? They added the Beauty and the Beast flower dropping the pedal as he was losing his fight. You gotta know Beauty and the Beast, but I recognize that. I was like, oh, she wasn't watching. But they still had a profound moment to connect back with her. He is getting broken. And you find that part of his problem in this fight is, yeah, he's heating up too much, it's too much on his body. And he reflects back on his children and what he was trying to do. Yeah, he went about it in the wrong way. But look at it haunting him now. Like, this is his weakness and he knows it. He can only sustain this level of heat. So, yeah, he went about things in a bad way. But now going forward, I'm really excited to see how they break apart. Like, how bad was he thinking? I want to hear things, I want to see things from his perspective. Because that's the key. We haven't got it from Endeavor's perspective. We got it from other people's perspective. So now, like, what has Endeavor been thinking? But anyways, you see his whole family's watching this man struggle. And Hawks, who has all this information, has actually been looking up to Endeavor, right? And you hear him talking, #1. How many times does Hawk say, my back's not gonna be enough? #1, Endeavor. He's building up Endeavor, and he's fighting in front of the world. Now, what I also like about it is they didn't do any BS. Typically, I hate the BS. Oh, you just got stronger than you were 3 minutes ago. That's what they did in Naruto. In another episode, I'm not gonna break it down, but you know, he didn't have to say, I'm gonna be stronger than I was 3 minutes ago. He was holding back during the fight for 2 reasons. One, he was trying to capture the Nomu alive, and he couldn't use full power too close to the city because he didn't want to hurt anybody. So there was a realistic reason for why he's been holding back for the duration, for the majority of the fight, which they held back to the end. But really, during that whole fight was lots of emotion, lots of, man, we don't like this guy, but he's #1 now, and the world needs him to win. And then they flash back to, you know, I thought it was a good speech, but it wasn't really much. But, you know, when he was crowned #1, he says, watch me. And now Shoto is saying, oh my God, why is the dog up here? Hey, look, Luca came to join us. Go downstairs, go to your house, go to your house. Go to your house. Anyways, I'm sorry guys, I'm actually gonna leave that in the video. Shoto is saying, I'm watching. And the whole time while Shoto is saying I'm watching, or while he's watching the fight, if you notice, he's only using the fire side of his powers. That's really showing like he's acknowledging that side. Yes, he has used his fire side already, but it's very symbolic during this moment that that's the only thing he's doing is activating his fire. And he's like, I'm watching. That means, remember, Endeavor has tried to talk to his son before this season. He hasn't really got much of a connection. Finally, his son is like, I'm watching. Because he sees that potentially Endeavor, his dad, is about to die in front of the world. Parallel to this moment, Endeavor crushes and finally is like, yeah, I'm gonna let it all out. I'm not taking your life. I hate this motto, but plus ultra prominence burn. And he's really just holding on to this guy and he's really pulling off his Hail Mary. This is his last move, prominence burn. And I absolutely loved it. But again, I really pointed out, you know, all the elements to it, but I wanted to explain, to summarize all the things I said. What made this so good was the development of Endeavor. It was a huge character development. They sprinkled it in and they didn't rush it, but they did a lot of things in 2 episodes, which is very hard to do, and somehow My Hero Academia pulled it off. They also gave justice to us people who like the antagonist to the protagonist. The Vegetas, the Sasukes. They finally put one of them in charge. This is the #1 guy. They finally did that. I thought that was beautiful. And at the same time, it wasn't a BS win. Nothing about it was BS. You know, it was very justified, so that when Endeavor won, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, he was holding back. He had good reason to hold back. We got it. We're not questioning his victory. Technically, there was no people around. He wasn't trying to capture him. He could have took him around. He could have taken him down just like that, you know? So he allowed himself to get beaten. He allowed himself to be, to basically almost die because of his mission. So if you really think about it, it's deep. It's deep. They played on all the heartstrings. I could ramble on. The last point I wanted to make is, like, even on camera when the news reporter's like, no, you know, all hope is lost, all hope is lost. And this kid comes in and he's like, no, do you guys see the flames? Look at those flames. Look, okay? And you hear her description about, you know, two moments later, or I don't know, 2 moments, that doesn't make sense, but you hear her description going forward, like, wow, you know, he's in pain, he's suffering, but he keeps fighting. That is a beautiful finale / fight, where it's not just dope effects painting a story. So, in my opinion, My Hero Academia Season 4 ended beautifully, and that's what I want to see going forward. And My Hero Academia actually does it in every season finale. They do a fantastic job. In my opinion, this is probably one of the better written finales in terms of the development, how much you're pulled into it, how much is tugging at your heartstrings, how invested you are. I think this is one of the better My Hero Academia finales, but they all are good. And I hope other anime can learn about it. It's not just about flashy visual effects. You got to paint the story. And My Hero Academia did that. So that's my thoughts. That's why I liked it so much. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. It's your boy RockLee. I'm out.